Hello guys, this is Q from WhereismyGC, and let's take a look at the September 2022 Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin showed literally no movements except for EB5. Now, given that this was the last Visa Bulletin of the year, it is quite certain that our forecast was wrong by a wide margin. And there is data revealed as part of a particular lawsuit filed by two Indian people. Um, you can look up that lawsuit separately, but that data probably explains why, at least partly. So now what we are going to do is, first of all, we want to let EB2 India know that despite that our forecast was wrong, we absolutely believe that there is no way, even with revised data, revised forecast, that December 2014 will hold for all people. So not everybody should expect approval. That we can tell you for sure. Um, Second thing is we have adjusted the demand and reset some of the forecast parameters to give a preliminary view into 2023. So here are the final action dates. You can see only the green part, EB5 has changed for China. Same with filing dates. So nothing to discuss there really. So let's come to EB2 India and EB3 India implied demand picture. I'm going to move from this very quickly, but I just want to point out, take a look at the EB2 demand, and this was all based on 140, the red circle. That's almost 200,000 demand for EB2, and the dates have moved to December 2014. Do they have 200,000 visas? Absolutely not. For EB2 India, no, absolutely not. So what's happening? So here is that's our error, right? That's the forecast error. Now why and what next? Let's discuss that. The error is, for EB2 India, the real dates that USCIS has moved to is December 14, but our forecast was somewhere in 2012. For EB3 India, it was the other way around. That the way they moved the dates to February 2012 versus 2013 forecast. Now, how can EB2 India have numbers through December 2014? It just defies logic. They just aren't going to be 200,000 numbers available. Same way with EB3, it's the other way around. They had 80,000 visas available for EB3 overall. And then how would they move EB3 India only to February 2012 and give them only 12,000 visas, which is exactly what was revealed in the lawsuit. We'll talk about it later, right? And the explanation, the only way it can be explained is the real EB2 India demand is much lower, whereas the EB3 India demand may be correct, but then somehow the other people are getting more visas, which what we know is true, actually true, that the rest of the world, Mexico and Philippines, are getting much more visas. So I think something else is going on, even if the demand is correct. Um, there was this lawsuit that revealed some data which was extremely insightful, as always. It told us that EB2 India had already received 28,000 visas till June and had 56,000 applications remaining till final action dates. And the full year expected allocation was 51,000 visas. EB3 India, on the other hand, had already been allocated 10,000, had 32,000 pending, and expected allocation was 12,000 visas. The rest of the world, uh, Mexico and Philippines demand, we believe is going to come in at 55 to 60,000 visas. Also, that kind of matches with the lawsuit. And so, as a result, what we have done is we have fixed the EB2 India demand, and literally we had to cut it down to 50%. And the only way that explains why it is literally 50% of what the 140 demand showed is that basically people are filing multiple 140s. As people's careers have moved, as they have become more seasoned, more skilled, probably they have much better opportunities, and one person is probably is changing jobs without waiting for the final approval. Each person is probably is having two, three, who knows how many 140s, but on an average it looks like one person is having two 140s. And that's how I think EB2 India demand picture is probably uh, needs to be adjusted. Whereas for EB3, the demand picture is not as bad actually. It's the processing times that probably are wrong. And we are seeing the rest of the world, Mexico, Philippines, getting much more numbers. And so we have fixed that now by reducing the processing time for those countries. And that's how we have set the stage for 2023. These numbers are going to move. See, over next 2 months, we will continue to monitor what the visa issues might be, and we will, of course, continue to fine tune the model. But for now, I think this sets the stage for 2023, because now we know for sure that the dates for EB2 and EB3 are definitely not going ahead of 14 and 12 respectively. And so I think we have eliminated a major error and set the stage for 2023. So that's for now. I wish you the very best, and we look forward to speak to you next month.